I won't be running a marathon like so many people I see. It's not something I've ever had the urge to do, and I'm afraid that it just isn't me. I'm all for charity fundraising and trying to keep fit, but I simply lack the will and the resolve. And there are plenty of alternatives where one can sit, so I've no desire to run for miles to prove that I'm not getting old. When I run, I just look ridiculous. I get out of breath and I turn red, so I won't be running a marathon. I'll be in the pub instead. What hey folks, Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire here with song number 49 of my Song Week project. This one was inspired by lots of people on my social media feeds this kind of time of year, any time of year really, who are suddenly deciding to run marathons and charity fundraising in that kind of way. No disrespect for that idea of charity fundraising, but I have no desire to go on a charity fundraising run or to attempt to do a marathon. It's just not something I've ever had any kind of urge or will to do. Lots of people my age are doing them. Lots of people my age and younger and older. And it's no disrespect to those people at all. It's just something that I've never felt the need to do. There is a weekly park run in our local park, which always catches me by surprise. I know it's going to be there every Saturday throughout the year, but whenever I take the dog up there at the same time that it's going on, it's always frustrating trying to walk along the paths there and being confronted by hordes of runners. So yes, running isn't something that I've ever particularly enjoyed. So when people talk about going on a fun run, I don't think there's anything fun in that. But I must labour the point that I'm not taking the piss out of anybody else who chooses to run a marathon to stay fit or raise money for charity. I would rather do things that are stationary. Quite happy to do a charity show. Quite happy to do other, and also getting fit. You know, I do a lot of walking and gardening and allotmenting. That's how I choose to stay fit. I'm not taking the mickey. I'm just saying that I've never wanted to run a marathon. The idea fills me with utter dread. So that's what this song's about. Let me know your experiences in the comments. Have you ever run a marathon? Have you ever tried to run a marathon before? It'd be lovely to hear your experiences with that. I know I would never make it through. And that's a me problem, not anybody else's problem. So yes, let me know in the comments what your experiences are with running, if you have any at all. It'd be interesting to see. I played this on my Duke 10 banjolele, details of which can be found in the description below the video. If you follow the link through, you do get some kind of discount on there as well for purchasing through the link from my video. So I had a week off last week because we had workmen in doing the spare room. I've still got stuff in here at the moment as a result of that, but I will be moving all of that stuff back in this week. So I should be back to the old camera angle next week. This sun's getting quite bright now through the window because I'm actually playing this on a camera that's attached to the to the window of the studio. So yeah, I'll be back to normal next week, hopefully. The last video that I did was about getting into drunk online arguments, which is something that up until now I haven't really ever engaged in. And I must confess, over the last few weeks since I posted that video, I've only got worse with it. And not even being drunk. It seems far too easy to rile up certain people on the internet. It's not something I'm particularly proud of doing. But sometimes you just can't help yourself. In particular, I posted a rewritten verse of the song Shaving Cream by Benny Bell, which I performed live. And there's one of the verses that I change up to make kind of some kind of political commentary. And the particular one I posted on social media the other day from my show in Nottingham was about Elon Musk. It was a very light dig at Elon Musk. I could have gone far further, and there are other things that I probably could have said about him that would be deemed far more offensive. But people got very, very upset about it. And it was absolutely hilarious. And I've just discovered that kind of like it's very easy to poke people in that situation. And they get very riled up. And I shouldn't take joy and fun in that, but actually I don't usually. But sometimes it can be quite amusing. I've also noticed, which I'm in two minds about at the moment. The reason I never liked Twitter was because that was very much all it was about. And I seem to have managed to do it accidentally on Threads, where I've posted some political commentary, and people have got very riled up about it. I try not to argue with people online, but sometimes you just can't stop yourself. So I probably need to take myself away from it a little bit. I've had some great comments in relation to that, of people talking about their experiences of online discussions and online discourse, where you get into, you've had a couple of drinks or you're just feeling a bit brave. I'm not going to read too many of them out because they're from quite a while ago. What I did ask for in the last video, though, was your suggestions for things that I should do to celebrate when I do actually hit 52 songs for a song a week, which theoretically 3 weeks' time is where I've done 52 songs. However, 6 of those songs were actually songs that I'd already written for the new album. So I feel like that's cheating. So I'm going to be continuing on still after that, so we get to 52 specifically for this project. And I've had a couple of really nice ideas. So W. Lindbow, I think that's how you pronounce it, says, to celebrate the end of his Song a Week project, how about a couple of new verses to the inevitable anticlimax of finishing a big project? I mean, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? I could actually do a couple more verses on that, because that actually is quite a nice finishing song for a big project. It was written in response to kind of having got through 2024, that song, but that could be quite interesting. So that's definitely something that's going to sit in my mind for that, I think. Sergeant Bouchery says, for the 52nd song, sing a song backward. Could be interesting. I don't know how that would quite work. Would it be kind of singing the song completely backward? Would I have to learn how to speak backwards, or just the lyrics backward? That could be an interesting one. It might be a bit complicated. But yeah, I like the idea. Also says, unfortunately, I don't argue drunk on the web anymore, mostly because I can't drink anymore. Which is fair enough. It's fair enough. You just argue with people when you're not drunk, which is what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I need to stop. I must stop. So my favourite suggestion for what I should do to celebrate 52 weeks of a song a week, or 52 songs for a song a week, was from Paul Hawkins 1514, who says, to celebrate getting to 52 songs, you could do a live stream playing them all in a row, or at least trying to play them, if you can't remember them all. Or you could do a live stream reacting to them all. Now, I quite like the idea of doing a live stream reacting to them all, because it puts less pressure on me to have to learn the bloody songs again. Because some of them, I have to go back through and really, really learn. But I like the idea of doing a live stream where I'm reacting to all of the songs and discussing them and answering questions. I mean, it could be quite long, but that might be a really good idea. So thank you for that, Paul Hawkins 1514. I think I may well do that as a celebration. Get a few drinks in, and I can just sit and watch the videos with everybody and discuss them and answer questions online. That could be really good fun. So I think I'm keeping that in mind, and perhaps when I do reach 52 songs, that's what I'll do to celebrate it. I will also be releasing an album of all of these songs as well. I'm going to record them properly, just on a ukulele or just on the banjolele. So I will be doing that once the project's over. If you're interested in getting all of these songs as they are heard in the videos, then you can actually join my Patreon community for as little as £3 a month, where I have been uploading MP3s of all of these songs too, so that they're creating almost that full album on Patreon. So it'd be lovely to see you on there, supporting me there. I've also started on Patreon doing a monthly recap and update for everybody, where I'm posting behind the scenes footage of shows that I've done, taking you on tours of places that I go to on a regular basis, and also interviewing people, getting their recommendations for films, music, TV shows, bands, artists, people to follow on social media, and giving my own recommendations as well. This month, I took people on the tour of our allotment, and went behind the scenes at the chapel in Nottingham for my show with Chris Taverner, where we talked to each other about the things that we are currently watching on TV, listening to, different social media accounts that we're following as well. So if you want to see all of that, you can join my Patreon community for as little as £3 a month. Details of which can be found in the description below. An update on where I'm going to be over the next few weeks or over the next month or so in terms of shows. Next week, on Friday, the 4th of April, I'm going to be in Manchester at Gulliver's, again with Chris Taverner. That should be a really good show. I've not been to Manchester for a couple of years. On Friday, the 18th of April, which is Good Friday, I'm going to be at Albert Shed in Shrewsbury with Professor Elemental and Aubrey Blakeledge. Should be really good fun. I haven't done a show with the Professor for a while, so I'm going to enjoy that. And I will be chatting to them and doing some behind-the-scenes stuff with them for Patreon as well. So it'd be lovely to see you at either of those shows. Then on Sunday, the 27th of April, I'm going to be at the Green Duck in Tunbridge Wells, one of my favourite venues. I go there on a regular basis. It's a nice, small, little, compact, intimate setting. So if you're in the Tunbridge Wells area, it'd be lovely to see you there. Details for all of those shows, as well as all of the other shows I've got coming up in 2025, can be found in the description below the video. Keep your comments coming, folks. Keep your questions coming. These videos are always much more interesting when I've got those to respond to. So make sure you're asking questions. Make sure you're responding under these videos as well. And I will try and read some of that in the next one. That's about it from me for this week. Until next time, stay safe and toodle pip.